Hello, Rebecca.
Hi.
Well, this is to fill in everyone watching. This is my first time meeting Rebecca, for she is a new cast member. Now, this interestingly leads me on to my first question because while COVID has taken away job opportunities, for everyone, for you, interestingly, it actually opened an opportunity because the film has been delayed. You're able to be in it. So, how does that feel?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been really interesting because I actually sort of, in the job I was doing at the time, it was really busy. And then I had Sophia from the studio contact me about the audition, and it was very out of the blue. So I was very excited, really excited to go through the audition process. Wasn't necessarily expecting anything because it is such a interesting, weird time for the industry at the moment. And I was just amazed to have got it. And since now, I'm focusing very much on the production. So yeah, I suppose particularly with everything that's going on in the industry, very lucky to have found this opportunity and really excited to be part of it. But it's also a different experience joining a production when can't meet each other. So
Well, that's I briefly do know a little bit about what you must be feeling because I was cast last minute years ago in Love's Labour's Lost, knowing I was replacing the guy playing Barone. But as it turns out, he just never showed up. But the cast didn't tell me this until the second week. So for the whole first week, every time I had a joke, every time I had a line, I was like, bet he did it better. Yeah, they're just all sitting there wishing he was here. So how do you feel coming into production that is already underway? It's more common in film for this to happen, I will say.
I think particularly with Astrid, obviously playing Phrynia, who's joining the production at the same time as me, that makes it a lot easier, I think, to make the roles sort of our own, not just kind of slot into the production that was very much already formed and sort of an existing entity that I just had to very much fit into. So I think that does help to put my own mark on it. And I'm really enjoying just exploring the character. It's such an interesting role. And doing some background research and really getting my head into what it was like to be a courtesan in ancient Greece.
Actually, that's such a good point because you are both new and because it is such an intertwined creation. You're absolutely right that you get to form something new together.
Yeah, I do think that will help to just sort of create something quite collaborative and fresh to bring to filming when we manage to do it.
We managed to do it. Yes, that is the story of actors' lives right now. I'm booking in short films and feature films, and it's all like we'll be filming at some point. How is Astrid? Because I like you, that I've not met her. Well, no, sorry. Like with you, that I have only just met today. I have not met Astrid. So what's she like?
I haven't met her yet either. I had sort of my first rehearsal of this year with Maximianno only yesterday, just also to discuss sort of meeting Astrid and when we'll meet and sort of when we'll really get going with our rehearsals together. So that's all going to be happening in the next couple of weeks. So I'm really excited. Been messaging a little bit on WhatsApp, so all nice. And yeah, really looking forward to meeting her.
I just thought I have a little tidbit I can tell you because when we were filming in Portugal, there was the room that was just coated in all the props. And I was looking through, and the courtesans get some fantastic jewelry. I'm immensely
Oh, very nice.
handmade, like there's this snake bracelet, and it's just gorgeous. So it's immensely fun. And your costumes are beautiful. Mine is also beautiful. Okay, the next question is, we are approaching the end of lockdown 3.0 and hopefully final lockdown. I'm noticing in my friends that there's almost this last push is the hardest. How are you feeling that? Are you know?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think this lockdown has probably, I think, been the hardest for most people. Not just because it's kind of so ongoing, but also because it hit middle of winter when it's so different to, summer, you're stuck in your house, yes, but going for nice walks, and there's things you can still do outside. And this time, I think everyone felt like they just had to hibernate. And it's, I think, really been a struggle for so many people. I'm living in a warehouse conversion in North London. It's really nice, lots of creative people around and just great atmosphere. And even with neighbours and stuff, there's such a kind of community around the area, and it's just been great from a social perspective, even if all you can do with your neighbours is wave from a distance. It's just nice that there's lots of people around and lots of creative people, and we've got a garden, so been doing more gardening. And I think in terms of alone time, that isn't always easy, but still a room to escape to if I need to, or to just still go for a walk. I still like a winter walk, even if it's a bit cold.
What have you been able to do anything creative during these times? I know there are Zoom plays and online filming of things. I've seen some models have done photo shoots where they have the camera, I guess, looking at the Zoom thing. I don't really know, but the photos look good.
I did actually do one Zoom photo shoot in a previous lockdown. It was very strange. I didn't do it again, but the photos do come out okay, but it's all very weird. But yeah, I think it's actually been a time where I think I have been able to be fairly creative still, which is really nice. I think with the impact it has on a lot of people, I think it's a time where you've got sometimes a bit more space to do creative things, but much less energy or motivation because of how weird everything is at the moment. But I've been doing so many dance classes and different choreographies, which is really nice because I've got a dance background mainly, which actually I think is what brought me to this role. And so I've actually bought an aerial silk frame, so doing lots of that, which is amazing. And then been doing burlesque classes, which is very fun. And the English National Ballet have just released a whole library of classes. So been doing those all the time and really, really enjoying trying to stay active, which helps, I think, to stay positive as well. So that's been really nice.
Yes, I think exercise has been a godsend for me. I was very fortunate that first lockdown was like, I am going to exercise every day. And I just kept up with it. I didn't realize it would go on for a year, but I have kept up with it.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so when lockdown's over, what are the 3 things you're most looking forward to?
Well, it all depends what the end of lockdown means, but I am so excited to go to a restaurant. I didn't think I cared very much about going to restaurants until you've had months of not being able to, and you're like, I just want to go out for a nice meal.
I want someone else to cook something that's not the same 5 meals that I know how to make.
Yeah, you realise how limited your cooking abilities are when you're doing it so constantly. We've still been sort of having the odd takeaway, but it's just not the same. But I think other things, I'm really excited to sort of go home to where I'm from, see some family. My sister lives in Vienna and she's pregnant and she's had a full lockdown pregnancy and I haven't seen her at all. And I need to get there just as soon as I can. So.
Oh, that must be hard. I know when you're pregnant, you it's not like you have so much energy that you want to be going on long walks and doing active things, but still a whole lockdown pregnancy.
I know, and it's her first pregnancy, so she's not had any of her family around, and obviously, like, she's got amazing friends there, which is really good, but she was also sick, like, the whole first 12 weeks, and just having a horrible time, and I just wanted to be there, and I couldn't. It was really sad, so... Yeah, get there as soon as possible, as soon as physically possible.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you have to grow your hair for filming. I do, but I don't need the back and side. So I'm actually very excited to have this all cut the moment I can. Because it just, especially when I wake up, I mean, I've gelled it down for this, but it's just like out here and I'm like,
Yeah, I do have to grow my hair as long as I can for the role. But it's so funny because I think what being told that you can't cut your hair does is make you just want to like chop it all off, because I'm like really quite long, but by October it could get much longer.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm generally cast in period things, so I haven't had any say on what my hair looks like in years and years. And like, if I get a role that doesn't involve a side parting, I'm happy. I'm just like, oh, finally something different. Which actually for this I don't. What we do is I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. They can cut it if not. I can have what is described as the Beatles Bieber bowl cut. Right. It does actually look really cool and it's period appropriate, which is great. But they did it on me first because I was there filming earliest, and they really liked it on me. And so all the other guys had to grow their hair. They were like, we're gonna do this style. And when they all arrived, I'm like, guys, I'm so sorry, but you're good.
Yeah, at least I normally have long hair, so it's not such a struggle for me.
Do you have to, I mean, I know my mum combed hers, like she did that 100 brushes when she had, do you have to do that?
No, I normally have a bit of a messy hair look, and also my hair's so straight, it does its own thing, and it's normally all right.
Once filming's done, you have to get like an 80s perm or something, just even if it's just for like a week.
or like some kind of curl, like, as it's the same for everyone, I think. Whatever hair you have, you want the opposite. So I've always wanted really curly hair. But I don't know too much about what they are planning to do with our hair for the shoot, or different styles or anything like that. So I'm excited to see all of that.
No. Okay, well, to wrap this up, I have one more question, which is, do you have any advice for people to help them with that last month before this is all over, to stay positive?
Yeah, I think for me especially, it's really about going outside, just forcing yourself, even if it's a cold day, getting into nature, I think just changes my mood completely. And I think everyone has good days and bad days, and it's just trying to push yourself a bit, or just let yourself have a bad day and know that it will all get better. It's all going to be okay. But I mean, it's such a weird time, and still really trying to rely on your friends. They are still there, even if they're not able to be there physically. So staying in touch with people, and trying to find creative outlets, I think also helps to stay positive. But one more month, we can do it.
We can do it. We can do it. I do love that inside out element of, because it's so true. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to have a down day. We're human. This is something the world has not experienced to this. Well, it hasn't. There has not been, even when there was Spanish flu 100 years ago, it didn't shut down the world. It shut down a few countries.
Yeah.
So we don't, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. It apparently is cyclical, essentially just having plagues that coincide with just kind of population growth and increased globalization. But they're just, now we're just so interlinked with everyone else in the world, and I think that's, you know, completely beautiful. But this is happening, and it's terrifying.
So I'm not against the idea of having a full-on plague doctors.
Plague doctor.
They are awesome. I've applied. There's actually, because all the filming, like there've been so many films, I'm sure you must have seen them on casting. It's like, we're doing a lockdown film. It's really interesting and unique. And it's like, it is not. But I've seen several medieval ones, and I have applied for plague doctor in all of them. I haven't got one yet, and I'm like, I want to be a plague doctor so bad. Just for the outfit. I don't care what the script is.
Just buy the outfit. It's fine.
Yes. Oh, that's okay. So what period, this is my last question, I promise. What period role based on the outfit would you want?
Ooh. I think with all the burlesque classes I've been doing recently, I think a 20s role would be amazing. Just been binge watching all the films that you can, and just watched Cabaret again, and it's amazing.
There is a wonderful film that I saw during this lockdown called The Blue Angel. And it's brilliant. It's fun fact, it's the first time someone wins Best Actor in it. Thank you so much for doing this little interview, Rebecca. You've been wonderful, and it's been lovely to meet you. And God willing, I will meet you in person in October.
Yeah, absolutely. Great. Thank you so much. It's been brilliant meeting you.
You have a lovely rest of your weekend.
Thanks, you too. Bye.
Bye-bye.